Monday to you.
Good morning, you guys. How are you? It is a beautiful Monday.
I was just dancing up a storm, and Chris is like,
Don't
do that again. And of course, Liz is back there laughing, and I'm like, I'm having the time of my life.
She was laughing.
And everybody is destroying my mojo.
Maybe if you could dance.
Yeah. Okay. So, how was your weekend? Ours was spectacular. We did so much stuff. I can't even remember what we did. So much.
So much stuff that we can't remember.
Now, what did we do this weekend? I think it was just kind of like a continuation of Thanksgiving. I think we just had
so
Friday
night. I have no recollection of Friday night.
She drank a lot.
No, I didn't. Don't say that. Saturday night, Jeff and Claudia.
So then Friday night was somebody else. Sounds like hamsters are running around upstairs.
Did we do anything Friday night?
I don't know. Maybe not.
We didn't have the girls. We had the girls all day Saturday. There was a ladies' breakfast at the church that I went to, and then I brought the girls home with me. So we had them all day Saturday. And
I remember our first apartment? We would be downstairs and we would hear this all morning. Except this kid would also add, in Canada, to stop doors, you had those little spring things that you would put on the wall, and she would doing, doing, doing,
and
doing,
scream.
and that's all we would hear. That's all we would hear. It's just this noise.
The parents drove a school bus, so they got up really early.
No, that was the next house. I'm talking the very first apartment we lived in, 101, right beside the entrance.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
That kid upstairs.
That was just the
Good morning, Kira from Edmonton. We love Edmonton.
And good morning, Marie. I know that you worked with Claudia. Good morning, Pastor Freddie. Good morning, Sherry.
Hello.
How are you? Good morning, Debbie.
So what happened on Sunday, obviously?
And Kira.
We did church on Sunday.
Sunday we did church.
And I think we watched the kids all day yesterday also. Right?
Yeah, we had them until after the evening service.
They're so good. They're just good kids. And
even when they're bad, they're good.
And it's so different as a grandparent because
and good morning, Sheila.
You don't have all of those things that you have to worry about as a parent. So it is. So
I get to give them candy if I want to.
Oh
and
my
I can
gosh.
give them 2 lollipops, not just 1 if I want to. And I can give them popcorn if I want to.
So I went to go and I'm kind of like, okay, can I get some sugar-coated pecans? And she's Saturday, and she's like, yeah, but I want you to eat some candies for the girls. I'm like, you can't do that. She's like, I'm the grandma. I can do whatever the heck I want. So I want to get the candy for the kids. So we got that and gave the kids the peaches. And then when we ended our ride, we ran out of candy. And Amberlyn was not happy about it. Amberlyn went into an instant, she was angry. What do you mean you have no more candy?
Yes.
She didn't say that, but she acted.
She wanted to say it, yes.
So this morning we watched a video on Nescafe. Is that the type of coffee?
Nespresso.
Nespresso.
Yeah.
But Nespresso and Nescafe, they better be the same. I don't know. But the Nespresso, the guy tried like 36 flavors. And he had some of the ones that we have here.
But he had the different machine. He had the...
I have to show you this because it is crazy. How
is that a hole in the cupboard behind us? Yes, actually. Thanks for noticing, Debbie. Yes, because this cupboard in its previous life was used as a computer stand, and so there was cables running out. So we plan on buying something to cover this. I just don't know what yet.
Mice got in there.
No.
So this is the type of pod that the Nespresso takes. And it's cool because if you look at the top, each one has a different amount. So this is 150 milliliters. I'm going to go do this one. This one says 150.
You have to get one with a higher dome or a lower dome.
This one says...
I'm telling them how to tell. tell.
This says 230 milliliters right there. Now it pours the exact amount of coffee. And how it knows, first of all, you can tell by the dome a little bit.
A lot.
If you look on the bottom, there's barcodes. Like it scans this to tell the computer.
We got the newest version of the Nespresso that's available here in Mexico. The biggest problem is the only place I can buy the pods are online. I cannot. But I think next time I go to Guadalajara, they have an espresso shop, and so I will probably go into that shop just to see what else they have and some fun ones.
It's terrible coffee. It really is when you compare it to natural bean coffee that's freshly ground.
So Debbie is saying that you can make jewelry out of those pods. If I save the pods, do you want them? Because we haven't had many of them yet, but there are some pretty colors. If you want those pods that you're going to make jewelry out of, I will do it. Because they do offer a recycling option that you have to send it back to Nespresso. And then what they do with it, I don't know.
They put it in a giant thing that gets burnt.
Good morning, Jen. How are you this morning? Okay, well then we will keep them for you, Deb, and I will...
It's so terrible, this coffee. I mean, there are some that have notes of it.
This is the Mexico blend, which I thought would be better, and I'm not.
It's not as strong.
Well, I watered it down a little bit.
Why would you do that?
Because it was bitter.
Of course.
It's my coffee. I can do whatever I want with it.
Of course it tastes watery. There's some stickers on the door now, and if you come to our grand opening tomorrow, you'll know about it.
Well, how exciting that you'll see arrow stickers. Like, that's just weird.
But it tells people, because people come to the door.
I can't get in!
It's just trying to figure out how the hell they get in. And it's just, slide.
Yeah. So now we have the arrows to show people that you slide. And if people can't figure that out, then we might have to get signs that say slide, not push. Good morning, Leslie. How are you? And Jolene, buenos dias, mi amiga.
Jolene, did you know that Dolly Parton made a song after you?
Oh, and Liz apparently was spying on you? She was at Dolly Parton land, and Jolene, and has a picture with the t-shirt that said, Jolene, you can take him or something. I can't remember.
I didn't see that photo.
Yeah.
Maybe the song was written about you.
So Ellen, good morning.
I thought you were younger.
Yeah.
So what is going on? Well, our grand opening is tomorrow. So pretty much all of our day today and tomorrow is going to be for that.
Yeah.
Coaching, it's 5 Tuesdays in a month. So we have it. We also didn't have it last week because of Thanksgiving. So it's like 2 weeks.
Oh, I wonder if he'll do it tomorrow.
I don't think so. It's the 5th Tuesday.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have to find that out. I'd hate to miss it and not, yeah.
Also, if you didn't notice, the flowers are missing because they killed themselves. They killed themselves horrifically.
But they lasted for a full week, which is what I want from them.
But they jumped
Every Monday they're supposed to cut.
I can't do this anymore. She won't water me. She won't take care of me.
A few petals made that decision, but not the whole thing.
I think.
I personally had to carry it. Well, I pulled it down, put it in the bag, and you carried it.
It is true.
So we got here really early this morning. Like, we were here by 7-ish, because we had a whole bunch of stuff for the party tomorrow, and I wanted to. Oh, maybe putting beer on top of those boxes is not the best decision. I can see it crunching a little bit.
So she's got like nachos, like the tortillas or the topos, and then she's got heavy beer on top, and it's just like sagging in there.
Just a tiny bit. Don't give me that crap.
It's how she thinks. It's like, hey, I'll put all this really heavy stuff on the fragile stuff. It's like, that's the girl that when you went shopping as a child or younger, and the bread is at the bottom and everything's stacked on top of the bread. She's the one who put the bread.
I never did. Good morning, Jeff. I am so glad that you're feeling better. And, you know, I was a little offended yesterday that you just said a meal and not soup instead of saying an awesome meal made by my good friend Christie. That hurt me a little. It hurt me a little because Jeff came for leftovers. Got to meet Claudia's wonderful parents.
They're
It was
awesome.
a lovely evening.
They're awesome people, and we knew they would be because of the way they raised her and her son. So they're fine folks.
Yeah.
And Jeff's folks, they've got a lot of explaining.
Yeah, Jeff's parents obviously didn't spend as much time with him as he needed.
Not nearly enough. They may have abandoned him as like a 2 or 3-year-old who was raised by wolves. Wolves and garbage men. That's my guess.
But I am glad you're feeling better, Jeff.
Glad you're feeling better.
And good morning, Mom.
Hello. So yeah, it is a very strange world right now because apparently Chris and I cannot travel anywhere anymore, except in Mexico, which is the only place you want to be anyways.
Yeah. So it works out well for us.
It does work out well. And I think I mentioned this, but Pastor Freddie was telling me that on the radio, the government was doing these spots telling people that if they were forced to get the vaccine in order to keep their job, to let them know. Because you cannot do that in Mexico, a country with a truly socialist. So he is an avowed socialist president and way more freedoms in Mexico than north of the border. Now, minus Texas and Florida, obviously.
So Jeff said, sorry, your awesome dinner made me feel better. Oh, thanks, Jeff. I'm glad I didn't have to squeeze that out of you.
I take that back about the garbage man, but not the wolves. You were raised by wolves. We know it.
So yeah, no, all is good. All is good. We have
I can share something. It's Mexico.
I might have to stop him. So if I punch him.
No. Okay. This weekend I learned about Juan Gabriel.
Oh.
Now, when we were in Mexico City the very first time, he had just died. And they did these funerals around Mexico because he was truly a Mexico icon. So massive, you cannot understand or comprehend how integral to the Mexico culture this man was. So I asked Zach, and Zach says, you don't know who he is? This is back when he passed away. And I said, no. He says, it's like Elvis Presley would have lived. And he died at the age of 60-something or other. It was a heart attack. Because he got bigger, obviously. But his songs are absolutely, we don't know much Spanish, but whenever you listen to the radio, you hear the music, and most of the songs were his. He has a song called Amor Eterno, and it's about a mother relationship, and apparently almost everybody who listens to it, even big macho dudes, they cry.
Oh, that's Gaddy and Angela. Yeah,
so they're fine.
So they know that we're doing coffee time, so yeah. One thing though that I do, and before I forget again, is it's okay, you just keep talking about Juan Gabriel.
So I was listening to he played at a place called the Bella Artes in Mexico City, which is kind of right by where the funeral was, where there was a couple million people, because he's so big. But he performed there in 2013. So if you really want to see him in action, it's one Juan Gabriel, and then Bella Artes, ARTES. Look at that, 2013. He did, I think, 2 main performances there. So big, so huge, and so amazing as an artist. He changed his songs every single time. And his thing is like, if they buy 3 tickets in a row, why would I want them to see the same thing? He was that much of an astounding musician. So he had mariachi bands, orchestras, choirs. Everybody watched him because he was so much in control of everything. And he was just a regular guy.
So good morning, Pat. I think that's the only one we've missed. Sorry, the light behind is very bright. Good morning, Larry.
So
good morning, Tiff.
What bugs me the most about him is that we will never get to see him perform. I mean, we can watch obviously on YouTube, but I mean live. And I am telling you, people wore tuxedos, like it was awesome. This guy, so magical. He wrote over 1,500 songs in his lifetime. So this amazing human being and artist. So powerful. He had his mic down like below his belly sometimes, and the songs were just absolutely phenomenal.
Well, and then yesterday, John was showing me a video, and he had a glass of wine, and he's moving his hands, the wine's spilling everywhere. He'll take a sip, and then he threw it into the audience, and
the audience was excited, to be covered in his wine, and it was like a bright red. But man, what an incredible person! And we got to be there. It was crazy too, because I can't even describe. The morning we woke up, there was 100,000 workers. We did not know what was going on because the cops are there. They're in full riot gear.
A big screen set up, and there was medical tents set up, and we're like, "What is happening?" This was in Mexico City.
It was terrifying until we found out. They're like, "Oh, well, Juan Gabriel passed away." This was, I believe, in 2016 or 2015.
Larry has just offered to perform live tomorrow with his kazoo.
Nice.
You know what, Larry? We hired mariachi. We're good. Next time we do a grand opening, that I'll make sure I plan that you're not here. You're invited.
The mariachi band that we have really is so stinking tremendous.
Yeah, we're very excited.
I'm very excited, mostly about the mariachi band. Banda
and the tacos. The tacos are going to be good too.
I don't like banda. I just don't. It's too rough. It's too fun. But we would be at these things. You'd have four bands. They're standing side by side, and they just start playing. And you have a group here, a group here, a group here, and they're dancing to each of their group, but they're all going crazy. And it's a cacophony. But the mariachi, oh my gosh, if you've got a great mariachi band, the music is so powerful and intense and passionate, and it truly is a Mexico feeling. Yeah, we love the Mexico life, not just that's what we called ourselves, but we really do love living. Which
is one of the reasons we chose to call ourselves that, because Mexico life is all encompassing. It's not just buying a property down here; it is living down here. Not, you need to experience everything that Mexico has to offer, because it has so much to offer.
And they've got, like, geographically, it's a lot like Canada in many respects.
Except for kazoos. Larry, Mexico does not have to offer kazoos, and neither do you ever again.
But my favorite two states are Michoacan and Oaxaca.
But we really like Guanajuato too.
Yeah, but I do like them, though, for the geography, because you've got everything from beach to mountains in those areas. And it's funny because in each area also there are things stopping its growth for tourism. Like in Morelia, it's the narcos, and in Oaxaca, it's the communists. It's so different, because for me, I'm kind of like, well, we have this thing, we have all of this great spaces to come to. Let's start promoting this. But they allow these things to happen, and it's too bad, because Mexico could be so much better, and it is getting better, don't get me wrong. But I think it just takes people waking up to what's going on all around them. It's like what's going on in Canada and the States, which is why I think that they're on lockdown. Because I think collectively everybody's waking up and realizing we've been conned. We have been conned our whole life. We've been lied to by our governments, by corporations. They give us food that makes us sick. We get sick, so we feed the healthcare industry, which also feeds the insurance
by all those
industry.
expert doctors.
Yeah, experts.
Keep changing their tune.
And it's funny.
Unless they get paid more.
They talk about, the holistic or Chinese medicine, which has been around for thousands of years. And, Western medicine is so much better. Oh my gosh. It's the lie we choose to believe. We know we're being lied to. We know we're being lied to, but we don't know what the lies are. So they're just lies we choose to believe.
The thing is I personally have been reprimanded by not believing the experts. Well, you need to follow the money with those experts you're believing.
Absolutely.
Who's paying them?
Yeah.
And why are some experts right and some experts not right? Why? Who chooses which expert to believe? They're all experts. Lots of them have degrees coming out of the yin yang. They've written papers. They've done all that kind of stuff. So why can't I believe that expert over the ones that are on TV that are getting paid by the government, by big pharma? Why am I wrong for believing my expert of choice and you believe your expert of choice? That's a question I have for those people that have disagreed with some of the choices John and I have made, you know, in regards to vaccinations and how we treated ourselves when we had COVID. There's been a lot of backlash on that, and there's another couple, and I'm going to leave them out of it, but they had COVID around the same time we did, and they were quite vocal about it. At least one of them was, and they received a lot of backlash. And that is, would you have rathered us end up in the hospital? Like, there's a question that you got to wonder. We did what we thought was best for our health, and it worked.
Yeah.
We followed the other experts that are not getting paid, and they're actually getting in trouble for their expert opinion, but they do have expert opinions as well. So,
well, an expert, I think, is just somebody who gets paid. They're like a professional opinion giver, and you can have experts on everything, and some of them are right. But one of the gals who, when we were ill, and she's like, "You're spreading fake information." I said, first of all, no, it's words, and I can use whatever words I want. And I said, here's what I found is that whatever the experts say to do at the beginning of a crisis or a thing, generally proven wrong. How the hell are they wrong every frickin' time? So I said, you know, whatever advice they give me, I'm gonna do the opposite. She says, well, that's truly unique. Then she unfriended me. I just think it's funny how people are so polarized in this. And it's just interesting to me.
And for whatever reason, they lash out at you for having an opinion. But if you disagree with their opinion, you're wrong.
People are just dumb.
So my mom says she loves the Mexican culture. The people are so gracious. And that is so true. We have had the most amazing times with lots of our Mexican friends down here. And we don't have enough Mexican friends because of our inability to speak Spanish.
Hang on, somebody says something here. Leslie says, I've used herbs, homeopathy, acupuncture for decades, works well. I was also misdiagnosed in October, told I had asthma, but just had surgery on my trachea to correct a life-threatening condition. But it was just asthma. How can you treat a life-threatening? It was just asthma.
Yeah, my mom said she just listened to a doctor virologist who says that they haven't even isolated the so-called virus and sure haven't identified the new Omicron virus.
Well, I just saw this expert South African doctor. She's one of the first people to find this variant. She says it's mild.
Well, we've heard that the symptoms are unusual, but not life-threatening. But they're going to shut down stuff again because of this terrible virus, our variant.
It is to keep you so you have to mail in your votes, because there's no way these nut job lefties get elected based on ideas. There's no way. So they need to corrupt the system.
And he is saying that as a very general statement.
No, I'm absolutely, it's all good. Normal trachea is 12 millimeters. Man, oh man, this on the phone thing. Mine was 5 millimeters. Wow, couldn't breathe. LOL. All fixed, and once again, drug-free.
That's awesome. Good job, Leslie. Not wine-free, I hope, no?
No.
Yeah, no.
This lady who she talked about, she's like, oh, ivermectin, this, that. And she's like, well, I have ivermectin. And she's like, you can't have that because that is a terrible thing. And then she's out after a Mexican medical doctor and told her that it can cause cancer, which is interesting because it has been prescribed over 3 billion times. And in Africa, they don't have a cancer epidemic because they all take ivermectin and hydroxychloroquine. And they also do not have a COVID problem. It's just that cause and effect thing all over again.
So there's a lot of misinformation, and those people that choose to believe.
But it's not misinformation, it's information. There is no miss, because sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss. There is no misinformation. It is only what happens to you, because whenever they give a diagnosis to us, it's just us. It is only about us. Sometimes we taste something and we taste one thing. Christy tries a tomato and she's like, ugh, or a mushroom, ugh. I tried tomato or mushroom, love them. Or cilantro, love it.
Just like, so,
But we are all
no
different
problem
people.
settling.
We're all different people, and
Yeah.
even the response to medication can be different. Why do some people, when they get the jab, have a heart attack and die? Can't tell you yet. Don't know.
The other thing I don't understand is these people who have put all their faith into masks and vaccines, but yet are quite upset when those of us that are not vaccinated and do not wear a mask or have one. I mean, we wear it when we are asked to, we will wear a mask. If we're sitting outside,
I usually give them the
yeah, well, that's very childish. If we're outside, I'm not going to wear a mask. I don't wear a mask in my office. Now, if I had a client that came in that was not feeling well or whatever, and she wanted us to wear a mask, I would put it on to make somebody else feel comfortable. But if I'm outside, I'm not going to wear the mask because I want to breathe fresh air.
But here's the problem, though.
I'm not finished.
We've had.
I'm not. You didn't let me finish.
Sorry, go and finish it. Finish it. Take it home.
No, but I mean, if the vaccine and the masks work,
which they don't.
Why do I have to? Why are you upset when I don't wear it? I guess that's my question.
Well, now the CDC is now saying that it doesn't matter if you're vaxxed or not vaxxed. You're still going to spread the disease. So what the hell are you taking the vaccine for?
Then my mom is saying they are now creating concern about whether the vaccines can be effective against the new virus, or the new variant. So more vaccines that Pfizer says that they can produce in 100 days.
Over $90 million of profit a day.
Well, the big thing with the with the vaccines is that every time a new variant comes out, they have to give a booster. How long is this? You know, if everybody just got COVID,
exactly,
it would go away. It would go away. But we keep creating these vaccines, so that is causing the virus to mutate because it's a virus. It's like the cold. I'm not diminishing how serious it is for some people, but you know what? Some people die of the cold and flu too.
They do.
So, and some people get really sick with it, and some people it doesn't faze them too much, and that's the same thing with COVID. So
I just got over the easiest cold of my life.
My mom says she never wears a mask. Julie, good morning.
I just had a cold.
Yeah, John had a cold, and he didn't even have a man cold. It was just a regular cold.
It's like I could sneeze and stuff.
Yeah.
And I wasn't feeling well. But normally it's like 7 to 10 days. It's like 3 days.
Yeah.
3 days max.
And he didn't even crawl into the sheets and put pillows
No,
like he normally does.
Didn't have to. It was good.
So anyways.
It was more like a woman has a really bad cold. It was like that.
So like when an adult gets a cold, not a man.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. So are we done
I think
here?
we're finished. I think we can carry on with our day. We do have a few things that have to get accomplished. What are you looking at me for?
F COVID. F COVID.
Okay. No, I'm going to set you up.
Ooh.
The vaxxed are going to keel over, and that's that. And a lot have, unfortunately, think of all these pro players that are getting vaccinated so they can continue to make the money that they're used to, and then they keel over and die because of a heart complication or they never had, or they have to go to the hospital because of a heart issue that they never had before. Because these guys are healthy, they are getting checked out all the time, and now all of a sudden they're getting vaccinated and they're not doing so well. It's sad. It is sad. Pat,
they're doing it to kids.
And they're now they want to vaccinate our children.
Yeah. So you are invited tomorrow. We will check in tomorrow.
Please come if you are here in town. Good morning, Julie. If you are here in town, please come to our party tomorrow night. I think we're going to have a ball. We have some good food coming. It is criminal. We have some good food coming. The taco ladies that are coming, we've hired them a few times. They're delicious. Marie says she lives in Edmonton and she never wears a mask. Unfortunately, here there are a few places that we do have to wear a mask, and so at this point in time, we do wear it so we can go into places like Costco, and the majority of the stores though do not make you wear a mask. So it's the big box stores. I think the banks are still making us wear masks. I haven't been inside of it.
Isn't it funny? You have to wear a mask to move to a bank. You have to wear a mask to go into a bank.
It is funny. It is funny.
All right, guys, have a fantastic Monday.
But yeah. So come tomorrow night, starting at 6 at the Plaza. Mariachi and food will be ready for 6:30. We are going to have a wonderful evening. It'll be a lot of fun.
It will be.
All right, have a good one.
Adios, guys.